I'm joined in by the Home Minister of Meghalaya, Mr. Lahkmen Rymbui, who's also the UDP leader, and I'm going to ask him a few questions on issues that concerns the state and its people. So, Balakman, first of all, I want to know what is the government doing, or what are the measures taken by the government in ensuring that these stranded students in Ukraine are return home safely.
You see, as soon as this war unfold in Ukraine, in Ukraine, I'm very happy that the Honorable Chief Minister has contact the Foreign Ministry. I'm very happy also that our Honorable Prime Minister has taken initiative to see that all the students and all the people who are affected in Ukraine, not only students, are come back home safely. And this have reflect when the government of India has sent 4 of its ministers to monitor themselves stationed in those neighboring country of Ukraine, so that to facilitate the early and safe return of the student and the people of the country from that troubled area of Ukraine.
So, how many students has the government head count? How many students or citizens, if you have, from the state in Ukraine?
The exact number I didn't have with me right now, but the state government have constantly in touch with the government of India to see that all the citizens of the state return safely.
Okay, has anyone returned, sir?
To the best of my knowledge, there are some students have returned and more are returning. But there are some students who are stuck in those troubled area where there is a restriction in the country of Ukraine. They have problem in coming out from that area. Wherever the students study in the safe zone of Ukraine, they could come out early. But those who are in the trouble war zone, there is little bit of time for them to come out because of restriction of the Ukraine government. But having said that, some, as you know, more than 1,000 citizens have returned to the country, and many of them also they have reached the country of Romania, the country of Poland, and so on and so forth. So I hope that since the Prime Minister himself are monitoring the situation, that the citizen of the country will return safely at the earliest.
So there have been rumors stating that the Ukrainian government is holding some of our students and Indian nationals hostage because the Indian government abstained from voting the United Nations Security Council. Is it true, sir?
There is no information right now regarding that. But as I said, the government of India has taken this as a very important step to see that all the citizens return back safely.
Now, sir, coming back to the issues in the state of Meghalaya, we know that the coal mining and illegal transportation of coal in the state has been, making headlines almost every day. And even today, the High Court has asked the Chief Secretary on why the reason behind her not submitting the affidavit. So, when do you think the government will be submitting the affidavit, sir?
The Chief Secretary will submit the report, the complete report, as at when it's finished, and I hope that within the very short span of time, she will be able to submit the report to the Honorable High Court.
So there have been allegations that the government has always been in denial when it comes to coal mining in the state of Meghalaya. So would you say that the government is still in denial following these exposures?
See, we are, time and again, we have explained that the government try all its might to see that these illegal activities stop in the state of Meghalaya. Having said that, there are many stray incidents where the people try to circumvent the law, where the people try to do something which is natural for the people who are involved in the criminal activities. Having said that, it is the duty of the government to see wherever it get information, action could be taken at the earliest. And I will spell out something regarding the police also. We have the handicap, because as you know that if we have advertised the post, about 900 odd posts of the police since 2019, but due to this pandemic we cannot hold the exam. But for the last few days, the physical test last few months, the physical tests have been done, and the last few days, we have seen that the exam is going on for this 90 or 900 odd posts, which have been lying vacant, and moreover, there are about 849 more posts which are still vacant. So there is a constraint in the manpower also, but I'm very happy that the police, in spite of the constraint, they are trying to do to curb all these illegal activities.
So, regarding the allegations of a nexus between coal mining and militancy, possibility of militancy to raise its ugly head again, how do you respond to that, sir?
See, the mind of the criminal, I cannot read it, but from the comment, we didn't have the information. But as I said, I cannot rule out that the criminal people will try to help their own fellow brother criminal in anything. But having said that, it is the duty of the government to curb all the illegal activities, moreover, to see that militancy does not raise its ugly head again in the state of Meghalaya.
Okay, so since you're also holding the education portfolio, let's talk about the condition, the situation that the SSA teachers are facing now, because there's a lot of hue and cry and alleged non-payment of the salaries and for months in a row. So what is the government doing in this regard, sir?
This SSA is a central sponsored scheme where 90% of the fund have been provided by the central government. We from the state government, we never hold back any fund which given by the government of India. As soon as we get the fund, we duly disburse to the teachers. I'm very happy that the government of India has released the first installment in last few months to the state of Meghalaya. In fact, state of Meghalaya is one of the few states in the country where the first installment have been released in full. And now, for the last many weeks, we are trying to move for the second installment, and we have already submitted all the necessary paper which needed so that we will get the second installment. The state project director, the additional chief secretary is constantly following up with the central government to get the second installment. And myself also, for last week, I was in Delhi trying to persuade the central government to release to apprise them the condition of the teachers, and moreover, to release the second installment as early as possible. So this is the thing which happened. So as I said time and again, we from the government, we are fully aware of our responsibility to see that the right of the people, the right of the citizen is fulfilled. Having said that, as we know that teachers, they perform the duty to teach the student, and it is their right to get their own salary. But since, as I said before, since a centrally sponsored scheme is not very easy, and moreover, it is not the question of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crore. It's a question about 28 crore per month. So it is not very easy for the government. But having said that, we will try to resolve this issue as soon as the budget session is over. We will try at least from the state government what we can do before the 31st of March. We will try to do something or other for the benefit of the teachers community.
Okay. So last but not the least, let's talk politics. Since the 2023 general elections is coming, and you being a leader of the United Democratic Party, how do you see the wave, sir? Because there's been a lot of talks of the NPP growing stronger day by day. Do you think the NPP will be able to gain an absolute majority next year?
The politics of Meghalaya is very dynamic. The politics of Meghalaya is a very challenging, because different constituency, they have a different dynamic. Different candidate, they have a different prospect. So it is not very easy to generalize the whole state. So we have to go by the constituency wise, by the region wise, and by the candidate profile. So yes, I do agree that in the last few months, we have seen that people talk about NPP, and NPP is growing, but it is not the question of growing only. The real election will begin in the month of June onwards. So now is only thing which is only the rehearsal, and we from the UDP, we are getting up ourselves. We are gearing up how to strengthen the party, and you have seen that yesterday we have held our youth conference where the new leader have been elected, the new leader have been appointed. So I hope that with the working together of the UDP as a whole, we will be able to come up stronger in the next election.
So there's always talks going around about, whoever or whichever party wins the most in Jaintia Hills region, that party determines who form the government. Do you think you subscribe to that notion, sir?
See, Jaintia politics have a different dynamic, and Jaintia politics is very difficult to read. But the history tell that Jaintia politics play a very major role in the formation of different government in the state in the past 50 years.
So we've heard from the Home Minister himself, who's also the Education Minister, on the several issues, developing issues in the state of Meghalaya. Until next time, this is Iban Mauri for the Shillong Times.